Morning Badgers. Today we're doing another draft, and here's our first pack. I think Molten Vortex is a very good card, but I'm not sure if it's better than Suppression Bond's first pick. The rest of this pack is pretty weak. I think Molten Vortex can be really strong late game and really strong on the right decks, but Suppression Bonds is more universally good. However, I think Molten Vortex can make for a funner deck, and I'd really like to draft a black-red deck, because I've read it's the best deck in the format, but I've never really made one, so we're going to give it a go. Okay, the best card in this pack is Bounding Crassus. It's overall another fairly weak pack. Geopure Gearcrafter is a pretty good card, so I think we're going to take that to stay red, because if we can draft mostly red, that really makes us more flexible if we open a bomb rare second pack. I'd first pick Fire Impulse. I'm really happy to see this as a third pick. Cruel Revival is a good card too. Of course, Pilgrim, Might of the Masses, Scout, Forge are all acceptable as well. Forges, like, Painlands are only really good though if they're on color. I don't think you should draft them highly in this format. They're worth less than one ticket, so it's not especially impressive. Well, on a red theme, I'm going to take this Javelin because removal's good. Plenty of okay cards here, but nothing very exciting aside from the removal. Valyrian Wardens is probably the best card here. Unholy Hunger and Eye Blight are pretty reasonable cards, but I'd say that Valyrian Wardens, Unholy Hunger are the best. Revelation's conditionally good. And these three here are just solid cards, but nothing exciting. Given we already have a bunch of removal, I think we're going to take the Wardens and not try to force red-black too hard here, but I'd be pretty happy if yeah, I'll take the Wardens here. I'm going to take the Scout to maintain a red theme. Possessed Scab is by far the most powerful card here, so I'm going to add this, take this to my sideboard, and see what else we get. Insight's not a terrible card, but we already have something to deal with flooding, so I think we're going to take the Ram Roller. Well, we're likely to get an artifact or two in a red deck because of Gear Crafters and the like, so 4-3 for 3 is pretty good. I think Cobble Brute's hard to play in most decks. Weight of the Underworld's the best card, so we'll take that. I could see Meteorite ending up in here, especially if we want to play a Possessed Scab or something, so that's a sideboard card though. Probably not playing any of these, but I guess a Brawler's Plate could conceivably make it in there. Same with Scarring, I guess. Yeah, so I wish we got a few more playables last pack, but looked like a lot of the packs were just pretty weak, especially the first 3 or 4 we saw, so we know we're playing red for sure. This card's okay. This card's pretty good, but hard to get in there, so I'm not really feeling drawn to any of these colors, depending on what we get here. Okay, Disciple of the Ring is a good card, but it can be pretty hard to get value out of it. And we don't have. I think I'd prefer to throw the Blazing Hellhound in here, actually. If this wheels, we'd have a sweet beginning to a red-black deck and Holy Hunger. Heck, even an Active Trees near 2 would be sweet, so I think we're going to take this. I'm going to force it, boys. Oh, it's probably still only worth 1 ticket, but shit. Normally I'd take the Fiery Impulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we already have a couple pieces of removal. Nah, screw it. It's a lot better than Eyeblight Assassins. We're going to take the Impulse and hope this wheels. It shouldn't be hard to get one of these mid-pack. Revenant's conditional, but late game it's a great top deck, so I think this is the best card for us here. Evolving Wilds is always decent for mana fixing and such, so I think we'll take the Revenant. Another Javelin. We've got so much removal, I think we actually need a Shambling Ghoul here to kind of get a few more creatures in play. Ah, Husk, just what we're looking for. Now all we need to live the dream of red-black sacrifice is a couple Acts of Treason. Come on, baby. Just for the record, I think this is borderline unplayable. So we'll take the Acheron Sergeant, it's always a good card. I don't think this is feasibly getting in our deck, so Titan Strength's playable, so I think we'll probably take that. Night Snare would be okay. Night Snare is like a sideboard card at best. Fury could make it into the right decks, but yeah, we'll just take the Strength. I actually don't mind this card, it can be really good on a 2-drop, but I don't think we have enough to make it really get there. It's kind of a toss-up between these two. We already have 4 3-drops, but I think the Artifact synergy to go with the Ram Roller is pretty good here. Plus more 1/1s we have to sack to our Husk and Hellhound, the better, so Gearcrafter it is. Sweet, Enthralling Victor Wield. So this card's actually not very good, but if we got 2 sack outlets, it can be beat down in the right situation. I'm really happy with how this shaped up, actually. We've got removal and sweet sack outlets, and even some creatures now, so that's nice. So the problem is I want all 4 of these cards. Sigil could be a good win con, and go with Ram Roller, but honestly we're going to be probably getting rid of all our 1/1s to our sack guys, so this probably won't be the best. Automaton's a solid 4-drop, and this is fixing in case we get a white bomb rare. I'm going to be safe and just take the Automaton. I don't think we're going to play a second Titan Strength, and I suppose this could maybe make the cut, so we'll throw that in our sideboard. I think this is a bad card, but I consider playing it, I guess. Though our late game win con's basically Molten Vortex at this point. Ideally, we get a couple more 2-drops and a couple more good bombs. A Priest of the Blood Ray would be just great right now. I think I have a horseshoe stuck up my ass. This is sweet. I think this is a Windmill Slam first pick. Oh, Seismic Elemental's OP too. I think I want that more than Reef Soul because we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 decent removal spells. Yeah, Rambler, you're going on the bench now. The Reef Soul is definitely a reasonable consideration, but I think we're fine for that. We really just need an active Treason now, and then we're YOLO swagging to the win. A couple 2-drops would be nice too. This is the kind of card I'm talking about for why it would have been nice to have that Caves of Koleos, because this would be almost splashable, but our deck's looking pretty consistent, so I think I'll probably take a Read the Bones here. It's an overall really strong card. I don't think I want 2 Revenants. Eyeblight Assassin's a pretty sweet card. Well, it's an okay card. I wouldn't mind one, but we're getting pretty full in 3-drops, so I'd consider the Vial over it, but we might be able to get a Vial later, and this card's a beatdown against some decks. Fuck yeah, Active Treason. Okay, these cards are probably better, but the synergy's so real with Husk and Hellhound, so we're gonna do this. Maybe one of the good red cards will wheel there. Oh, Fleshbag Marauder, the gifts just keep coming. Okay, we now have way too many 3-drops, but Ram Roller probably gets a cut because it's too conditional. Suicides into their 3/3 first striker too often. I think because of the way it's built, we actually want the Husk here. Hopefully we can pick up another shitty 2-drop later, but another sack outlet would be really strong, so considering that's what the whole goddamn deck's built around. I think we're officially at enough playables to make a deck, so now it's just a matter of tuning. Ideally a couple 2-drops so we could get rid of, or not, we'll just take more Active Treason and force the red-black sack real hard. Shit, what do I cut now? We need the 1/1 token producers. We need the Husks. We could get rid of Read the Bones. It's looking like a pretty consistent deck. I don't mind having a glut of 3-drops here. Oh, one more Active Treason. Am I dreaming? Is this too much? Okay, Fire Fiend would be good too, but no, I think we're gonna ride the steal your shit and sack it theme as hard as we possibly can, so shit. We're gonna probably cut Titan Strength at this point. Do I really want a 3rd Active Treason? Yes, I do. Okay, for reals though, a second 2-drop would be nice at this point. Because we won't always have a sack outlet. But between Fleshbag Marauder, our 2 Husks, and Blazing Hellhound, maybe we will. I'd consider a Bonded Construct here. Lower our curve a bit. Give us lots of 1-drops. I mean, 1 toughness, guys. We lose horribly to opposing token decks. Winning. I think this deck can kill the other guy real fast, so Fury might actually be okay. We'll add sideboard though for now. Bloodlust is a bit too aggro. That we'd side that in for the grindy matchups. Sideboard, sideboard. Just as a preliminary thought in Kets, we need the curve's actually not looking bad. Like there's a glut of 3 drops, so we need to think of the Axe of Treason more as 4 and 5 drops because we need the sack outlet before we'd even really play them. Got a bunch of sweet 1 drops. Got these, which I think we'd put in this category, honestly. Yeah, we don't need a Bonded Construct. These will be fine for turn 2 plays. If we get stuck on 3 lands, well, that's where most of our shit is, so it's fine. Better curve would have been nice, but I think this is going to get there, and this plus can be sacked to gain us life when shit starts to go downhill. Okay, early drops are almost all red. We only have a single, 2 black swords. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black symbols. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Which means there is, it's about 40% to 60% difference. I think an 8-9 split's reasonable. We don't have a lot of double red mana cost things. I'm looking forward though to casting Scout on Husk, sacking a bunch of shit to it while it's unblockable, and alpha swinging, but I'll probably just lose horribly in the first round here. So we'll see how it goes.